Mahjong friends, so glad you can join me. Tonight's live clinic, I'm so excited to share with you. Per YouTube watcher Sue, we will be discussing the topic nothing hand. When you are dealt no pairs and you don't know where to start to make your hand, we're going to talk about how to make the best hand and the best choices. So join us. Welcome. If you're in here tonight and you want to share what state you're from, we've been tracking all our friends around the United States, and I would love to hear from you what state you're in and where you're joining us from and where you play Mahjong. So far, we have 36 out of the 50 states. We have Kathy from Idaho, Christy and Sherry from Kansas. I don't know if I added everybody else, but we have 36 states represented as out of the 50. We started this back on September 12th, and so we just keep plugging away and getting our friends all over the United States. So if you know someone, your aunt or your grandmother or somebody who plays in a different state, tell her to pop on and share with us what state she's from. Oh, my friend Sue is on here. Sue, we're doing the nothing hand tonight in honor of you. Sue is from Wisconsin, Shirley from Florida. Hi girls, thanks for joining. So we're going to pop on in the topic of nothing. I made 7 steps to getting a something hand. So sometimes you're dealt your tiles, your 13 tiles or 14 if you're East, and you notice you have nothing. And sometimes you say it out loud. You hear a lot of people say, I have nothing. I don't know how to make a hand. And I'm sure you've said it or you've heard people say it. So this murky hand that you have, let's make something out of it. So your first step is to take a deep breath and don't talk about your hand. By giving information about your hand, other people are getting information that you don't have a good hand, that you're not going to be a threat, that you're putting also negative vibes out into the universe. So certainly you don't, I would say, bluff your way through it, fake it till you make it kind of statement, and put a smile on your face and be optimistic. So that's your first step. Step 2, sometimes you say, well, I don't know what I'm going to play. So make it a learning process. You can see how far you get to making a something hand. And play a category you never played before. A lot of people say, oh, I always play consecutive run. Well, cover that category up on your card with your hand and say, let me play somewhere else on the card, and it's you get to choose where you want to play. I always recommend to play the whole card, so this is a learning opportunity for you to learn a different category that you normally don't get to play. I have tonight, I brought, sometimes I teach my students, sorry about hearing a bag, but sometimes I teach my students to grab popsicle sticks, and I have on them each of the categories, and you can just pull one and say, okay, I'm playing 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So this is a great way to force you to play different categories than you're not normally playing. So try popsicle sticks, or you can write strips of paper and put them in a hat, however you want to do it. I know some people have collected high versus low, or even odds and evens, however you want to arrange your tiles to put you into a category. So take risks and gather your hand as best you can. You could start over on the far left and go through each of the categories and decide, count how many you have towards a category. I rarely do that. I just forge ahead and take a risk and just try it out. Step 3 is to pick a category. As I said, you can always switch your category when you need to. You just have to start the Charleston by finding 3 tiles that you know you're absolutely not going to use. So try not to focus on only one hand. I want you to just try to focus on a category. Don't limit yourself. You want to see the opportunities the category can help you find a hand. One of the things I can't stress to you enough, and I think I might probably say it almost every live clinic and in my videos, is to learn the card. I have several videos on how to learn the card, so take a look at that. I'll put it in the description below. Look at your options. Your hand will become clearer during the Charleston. As soon as you pick tiles that are a true pair, meaning the same suit and the same number, then you should start gearing towards that category where the pairs fit in. When you get 2 pairs, then of course you start building with 2 pairs. So again, at this step, stage 3, you're just picking any category randomly, and then you're just finding 3 tiles you won't use. So you have to know if you're playing the 3, 6, 9 categories, you're not keeping any winds in that category. You are keeping dragons, and you are keeping flowers, and of course you're keeping any 3, 6, 9 in any suit. Step number 4 is the Charleston. This is your greatest opportunity to improve your hand and build it to the category that you picked. And when I say just pick a category, everybody's like, oh, she's so silly. Everybody could pick a different category with those tiles. You have no idea what the other people are playing. You have no idea what you're going to get in the Charleston. You have no idea what you're going to get in your 25 picks. So again, just pick a category. Again, when you're in the Charleston, if you get a pair, that should lead you to a specific category. And what tiles you just passed, you should try to remember. If you just passed an 8 dot and you got an 8 dot, then you said, oh, there's 2 8 dots. Maybe I should play a category with 8 dots in it. So try to remember that a little bit to help you get to something. And remember, did you just pass all even tiles and you got all even? That means that you maybe should play all even if you decided to play odd. You have to see what goes around in the Charleston. Also, I rarely, again, count my tiles. I just jump in and go for it. I gather tiles with numbers in the category again. Step 5, pick and discard. You're going to keep tiles towards your category during the pick and discard stage, and you're going to prioritize your discards. You might put all the way over to the right ones that definitely don't fit into your category, ones that fit into your category that you're kind of like, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this or not, and then obviously all the ones you're definitely keeping. I still have not even looked at the card, even picked a specific hand. I'm still at the category level. Step 6, you're going to observe and listen. The more you know, the clearer your hand will become. So again, learning the card and knowing how the structure of the card to build hands, you become clear. Sometimes, step 6, you observe and listen, your hands still might not come together. So sometimes you can bluff and you may never get it together. You might have a weak hand and you're going to create interest about your hand when you bluff and you call for a grouping. Discarding jokers, people say, oh, she's close to Mahjong, she's 1 away. You may mess up somebody else's hand, and so you're having an impact on their hand when you put up exposures. You still might not know what hand you're playing, but you're putting up exposures. And I always say, if you can make somebody else mess up their hand and it becomes a wall game, a win for you is if you're not going to win, you're not going to let anybody else win, and you're going to play good defense. And then that's a wall game. So again, you might want to bluff if you really haven't put a hand together. You can't win every hand. You know, there's 4 people playing. They say at least you would think 25% of the time you're going to win, but really it's less than that because there's some wall games. I think it's 21%. And number 7, if you follow the steps I suggested, you should have a shining hand and on your way to a possible winning Mahjong. Be proud of what you made, something out of nothing. And again, if you still have nothing, try to play good defense. And again, praise yourself for the small successes you have, either that you gathered tiles and you came up with almost a hand that won, or maybe you even win, or you bluffed a game and messed up somebody else's hand. Remember, this is a game. If anybody plays poker, you know there's lots of bluffing in poker. So use some strategies from that, from nothing to something. So try these 7 steps, and I hope that helps you. I see there's lots of conversation going out, so let's see what everybody's talking about. So Patty's from New Jersey. Hi, Patty. We have Deborah from Florida. Do you tend to hang on to flowers during the Charleston? Yes, Patty, I will hold on to flowers during the Charleston. When I play on here, sometimes I do pass a flower, but that's because I 100% know I'm not playing a hand with flowers. That means my hand is already together. So yeah, I do hang on to flowers because every category has flowers in it, and so whatever category I'm playing, it might, during the game, I might pick up more things that maybe would change my hand to a flower hand, and I want to have those flowers. And then, can you have 2 jokers for a pair? Absolutely, Patty, you cannot. 2 jokers, if you're going to make a pung, yes, you can have 2 jokers and then a tile, but you cannot have a pair of 2 jokers for a true pair. So 2 flowers, you can't have 2 jokers to represent that, or a pair of 2 dots, you cannot have 2 jokers to represent that. Yes, we're always learning, Sue. Absolutely. You don't have to win, just don't lose. Absolutely, Sue. That's what I'm saying. A win for you is if you can't win, you don't let anybody else win. I hope you enjoyed it, Sue, because this was for you. You mentioned it last week, and so I put it together. It was a good thing to do. When you have a nothing hand, you just kind of take a deep breath and go through the 7 steps I said, and you'll surprise yourself at the end. Sometimes it's just a personal accomplishment that you went from having nothing to creating something. We're going to go on over and play on I Love Mahj. Your membership to I Love Mahj gives you access to both the exercise room and playing with bots or playing with real people, as well as some of their fun things. They have a knowledge room where you can type in questions and get the answers. They have videos that you can watch to help you with your game. They have articles that are very interesting. And I think it's a great place to go on over and practice your Mahjong or even play with friends. And instead of getting 14 days trial, which is what you get if you just pop on over there, but if you use my code CB, you get 21-day trial, and I hope you'll join. I love it. As last week I started thanking my supporters, I am finding that this is so rewarding for myself to share my knowledge with others and help others with their game. I get emails and phone calls with people excited about the game and looking to help grow and become a skillful Mahjong player, and they have lots of questions that I answer. So it's very rewarding for me, and I'm so thankful that you're here. If you're here tonight and haven't subscribed, please click below and hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed my presentation tonight about the 7 steps of making something, give me a thumbs up out of nothing. And also share with a friend. Maybe you have a fellow Mahjong player that will enjoy this also, so hit the share button and send it to your friend. And I always love hearing from you, so put comments below. Thank you again for your support and being here tonight. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to join me and learn something new. We always learn something new. And coming up next week, we are going to talk about a topic from Sherry from Kansas had asked me to create this topic, and it is reminders for beginners. So I see in the chat we're talking about joker usage, so that's going to be part of the conversation. And even if you're not a beginner, you might think you know all the rules, but I'm going to pop in and share some that maybe you're like, oh, I forgot about that. So make sure that you come on and see our reminders about playing and some tips for new players. Sometimes we forget things as we start playing and we're like, oh, I forgot about that. So Join us next week. Sherry from Kansas asked me to do that. We are popping over to I Love Mahj. What's everybody saying tonight? Why would you play tiles that you have been discarding? Oh, you mean in the Charleston, Deb? So if someone, so you're paying attention to the Charleston. I think this is what you're asking. You're paying attention to the Charleston. I pass all even tiles to the right. So that's one person not playing, which is me. And the person on my left passed me 3 tiles and it's all even. That's 2 people not playing even. So it's possible the next pass, which is over, if you get even tiles then. Now that's 3 people not playing even tiles. So you should start keeping the even tiles because they'll come back around in the Charleston because 2 passes of the 6. So another 4 passes that are going to come back to you, and hopefully those even tiles will come back. And I'm just suggesting this if you have a nothing hand. If you have a hand, don't worry about it. Just focus on your hand and specifically a category, not a specific hand. Let's go to I Love Mahj. We're going to play a few games tonight, and we're going to play Game Lunch, play with bots, and we're doing official game. We're going to do advanced, Game Lunch. And I think we've been playing with this blue-black background, so let's change it. And I like this Forest Trails. We're going to go ahead and do that. Maybe we should keep Forest Trails for Christmas because it's green, but let's do green now. We're going to start our game.
First Charleston.
And we're going to always sort by suit. And we have a pair of 1s and 5s. Now 1s and 5s are really far apart. They would work in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 or consecutive run. You have to look at the other tiles you have. If we're going to play consecutive run, again, 1s and 5s are really far apart. The only hand that maybe they would work is line number 4. Everything else is 4 numbers or less. So I think only line number 4 would hold that. So maybe we should play, if we want to use both pairs, let's try to play 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And we have some really great tiles for that. So let's pass a 2, a 6, and a 2. And Deborah, this is where I was saying, if you can notice, I'm passing all even tiles right now. I'm playing odds. So let's see what Kurt gives me. So I'm going to go ahead and pass. Kurt gave me odd tiles. So that's perfect because that's what we want. We want odd tiles. And now we need to continue. So my next step is in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, there's no north. Now there's lots of dragons in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So that would be my next tiles that I would look at to see if I'm going to use them. There's only 2 hands with dragons, and that's line number 4 and line number 5. Line number 4 is all 1 suit, so I do have that, so I am going to keep the green dragon. But line number 5 is playing low odds or high odds. We have to decide. And in this case, I kind of have high odds. So I don't have another suit with high odds, so I don't think I'm going to be using these dragons. Now I can pass these dragons, but it is a little risky. I don't know that I'm going to use these 1 dots, so I might want to pull back 1 dragon, and I might want to get rid of the 1 dot. And I think this is a better pass to pass, so we're going to pass that to Annie. In these groupings, I have a 3, a 2, and a 6. I definitely don't need the 6 or the 2. I can pass the 1 dot here, and then that's a good pass. I'm going to continue. I have plenty of tiles to continue passing. I'm going to pass a 2, a west, and a 3. I'm going across. Oh, we got the 3 back. I can pass a north, a 2, and a white. Maybe we'll get the other 1 dot back. Let's see. Nope, we did not. I'm going to pass a 2, a 6, and an east.
Courtesy pass.
Oh, we got a 5. So, if you look at the concealed hand in 1-3, because now we have to make some decisions, because really the only tile that's really passable, we have 2 tiles to pass, the 3 and the west. And I would like to keep this because I'm thinking of the bottom hand in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, the concealed hand. That might work. We could do 1, 3, 5, and then 5, 7, 9, which would mean we don't need this 1 bam. So maybe that is my 3 tiles I'm going to pass. Let's do that. I think that's perfect because I like that bottom hand, the 1, 3, 5, 5, 7, 9. Maybe we can play that. I was also thinking about singles and pairs on the left. And if that was the case, I would need the 1 bam. So maybe we should only pass 2 tiles. So this is the courtesy. We can pass 2 tiles. So I'm doing the west and the 3 crack. And we picked up a 7 and a west, which doesn't help us. I am going to prioritize my discards. I'm going to do the west first and then the 7. Sue said, I appreciate focusing on I have nothing if it comes up. Thanks, Sue. Excuse me. Then we have passing like numbers can be risky. Absolutely, Sue, because you're giving someone a hand with the same number. So they could be playing the like number section. They can be playing the addition hands. They could be playing consecutive run with like line number 6 and 7. So there's like numbers all over the card. Perfect. A lesson on stopping the Charleston would be great too. I'll add that to my list, Sue. Stopping the Charleston. Thanks, Sue, for a topic. You guys are going to have everything on here on the YouTube channel. I'm covering everything. Okay, so we're into the game now. So I'm east, so I will discard the first tile.
West. So 7 dot.
We got a flower, which is lovely. Now we have to make it, we can get rid of this 7. We don't have to make any decision. I'm almost thinking we're going to play line number 4. We're going to change now because we just got that flower. Oh, now we got a 3. For the closed hand, we don't need 2 3s. But I'm going to get rid of this 1 bam.
1 bam. 6 bam. 7 crack. South.
If I'm looking at line number 4, I'm looking at the second half, excuse me, and I need a pair of 7 bams. That's very important. I already have my flowers.
8 crack. Red. 4 dot.
So it looks like nobody's using those dragons that I passed around. The whites are out, the red's out. Of course, now I get the 3 bam. I could have did 1 3, but we're going to get rid of it.
Bam. Red. West. 5 dot.
Oh, we got another flower. If I switch over, it would be 5 7 9 9. Let's get rid of the flower. Although I'm not sure why we're holding on to these. I'm going to get rid of the flower.
Flower. East. 4 crack. 1 crack.
Oh, we got jokers. Okay, let's, oh, I need 2 pairs here. I can call for my 5s. I can call for my 9s. But then I need a pair of green dragons and a pair of 7s. That might be a problem. Let's get rid of the 1 3.
3 dot. 4 bam.
I know Sue. Sue's saying 3rd from the bottom with the flowers. I thought about that. But I need 2 pairs still. I need 5 7 and then 9. I need the 9s in a different suit.
4 bam.
Oh, here's the 9. We can maybe play that. We'll keep this. We're, again, prioritizing our discards. I think we're getting rid of these tiles here. Let's get rid of the 1.
Dot. 6 dot. 2 dot. 4 bam.
Got an 8.
Crack. North. 5 bam.
Shall I go ahead? I'm not going to call it. There's another 5 bam. I'm not sure what hand I'm playing.
4 dot. 3 crack. 8 bam. 1 dot. South.
Isn't it always the case? You get rid of the 1 dots and they all come.
9 bam.
Oh, 7 dots are over here. Not going to call it. I can call it the next one.
1 crack. 4 dot. East. Flower. Red. 1 dot.
I'm hoping for a 7 bam or a green before I start calling things. I want to have at least, I'll say, 75% of my hand, meaning a pair and a pair each. Right now I only have 50%. Oh, here's a 3 dot. I don't think we're using those.
3 dot. Green.
Oh, there's 1 green.
6 dot.
I don't think the 7's went out yet. There's another 1 bam.
North. 6 crack. Call. West. 4 crack. 6 bam.
Don't forget the 6 crack over here to remember to do joker exchanges. Of course, I'm getting all these 3s.
9 dot.
Up there's a 9 dot.
7 bam.
Oh, we're not playing that hand, Sue. You had suggested line number 6. We can't play that. There's the first 7 bam.
1 crack.
Ah, another flower. Well, we'll keep it this time.
3 dot. 8 bam. 7 bam.
Ah, the second 7 bam.
Red.
We're gonna be in a pickle. Ah, another joker.
5 dot. Joker swap.
Oh, somebody got that.
West. 4 bam. 1 dot. 8 crack. Call. 5 dot. 8 bam.
3 crack. We don't need.
5 crack.
Now, both Annie and Amstead has their tiles up. You should be figuring out their hand. What hand are they playing? Type it in the chat. Let me know. So it's a Kong, Pung, Kong, Pung. So look for that pattern of changing suits.
South. 7 crack.
Oh,
3 crack.
we need a 7 bam. I think we're doomed.
5 dot. 7 crack.
And we need the green.
4 crack. North. Flower. South.
5 bam, we're gonna hold it.
9 crack. Call. 2 crack.
I thought maybe Annie needed it. She's playing 8-9, 8-9. That was a little risky.
Call. 1 crack. 1 bam. Green.
Uh-oh.
So. 6 bam.
Gonna get rid of this flower.
Flower. 9 bam.
I don't need to call for the 9 bam. I already have it.
6 dot. 4 dot.
We can do a joker exchange.
Joker swap.
And I am 2 tiles away. I need a 7 bam and a green dragon. There's only 2 tiles left. I'm not going to win Mahjong because I have to pick at least one of them myself. So we're going to get rid of jokers. Just real quick, just double check your hand and make sure that you can't switch to something else with these jokers. So, yeah, I don't think we can switch anywhere at this time. It's all 1 suit, and there's only 2 1 suit hands in the odds, and that's line number 1 and line number 4. I think we're stuck. So I'm going to get rid of a joker. Remember, if I can't win, I'm not going to let anybody else win. So it's time to change my strategy to winning. I'm now going to get rid of the joker.
Joker. 3 bam. 6 dot. Wall game.
Yep, wall game. So, oh, look at this. Kurt was holding on to my 7 bam and green dragon. What a smart cookie he is. So he was playing any like numbers with 2s. We were correct with Annie, 8, 9, 8, 9. Amstead, I don't know if anybody said anything. Oh yeah, Shirley said 5 and 6 crack, 7, 8 dot. Yep, good job, Shirley. So the pung pong hand and consecutive run. So this was a good game because we had a wall game. If you can't win, don't let anybody else win. This was tough. We had 3 pairs in it. We had a pair of flowers, a pair of 7s, and a pair of green dragons. I think one of the advices I would give is probably not to have gone for this hand. I like to see, and that's when I start calling for things, if I had at least 2 pairs of the 3 pairs and then half of the other pair. So it was a little risky playing this hand because, again, we needed, of the 3 pairs, we needed 2, and we obviously didn't get it. However, Kurt did have the last remaining green dragon and the 7 bam. Let's move on. Start a new game.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. And this time we have a pair of 8s, a pair of 4s, a pair of 3s. Now again, you could play wherever you like. You're trying to optimize your pairs. So we could play 3-4, 3-4, like some sort of consecutive run. We can play 2-4, 6-8. I would not maybe recommend that. We don't have any 2s or 6s. We could play, I'm trying to think. We can't really, 4 and 8 are too far apart to use in the same suit. There's no hands with 4 and 8 together, all in one suit. So I think I'm going to stick with the 3-4 and build around that. So maybe I'll click 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's split up these 8s and get rid of them, and a 9 and maybe a west. We received another 4. We can get, we could keep the 1. Let's get rid of the 8, the 7, and I don't want to pass 2 8s. So let's get rid of maybe the 1. A 7, a 6, and an 8. Not a great pass. They're all high numbers, but I kind of want to keep what we got going on here. So let's pass that. We're going to continue.
Second Charleston.
We can play 3, 4, 5. I don't think we're going to go that high. Oh, we picked another 3. I didn't even see that. Let's get rid of the west, the 5. Maybe we could play 3, 4, 3, 4. And let's get rid of this 3. We got a 9. Oh, we got another 1. We're missing those 2s though in between. Let's get rid of the 1. And now we have to make a decision. So let's see an all one suit hand in consecutive run. Oh, we also have 1, 3 if we pulled a 5, 1, 3, 5. But anyway, we have 1, 3, 4. We're missing the 2. So we can play line number 1. We have to go up to the number 5. We can play line number 2. We're missing all those 2s. Line number 3, because we have a flower. Line number 5, we could play 3 numbers, but again, it either has to be 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4. So where are our 2s? Somebody's holding on to the 2s. We can play line number 5 with the matching dragon. So I think it's time to split up these 4s, unless we want to split up the 1s and try to do 3, 4, 3, 4. Let's get rid of the 4. We pulled, oh, I just thought we could play 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be fun to play. I'm looking at line number 4. But again, we're still working on this, so let's get rid of this 6. We'll whittle it down. It's the wrong 6 anyway. We need opposite.
Courtesy pass.
We got a 1, 8, and 7, which do not work for us. Let's get rid of the 3 of them.
Flower.
We didn't pull anything, so we have 4 tiles that we're not interested in. So hi Kathleen, glad you could join us. She made it. And yes, Sue, I hope I get the red dragon. We need 2s also.
Green. Flower.
Of course, they pass out all of, I'm gonna hold on to this. Again, it's part of the cracks and keep whittling away here. Maybe we'll hold on to the 4 too in case we do 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who knows? Again, prioritize your discard. I have no idea what I'm gonna get. It'll be interesting how this hand evolves.
So 7 crack. 4 bam.
Yep, there's the 4 bam.
East.
So we probably could get rid of our 4 bam.
8 dot. 5 bam.
1 dot, we're not playing.
5 dot.
Oh, there's a 5 dot.
8 crack. 1 dot.
Let's get rid of the 4.
4 bam.
There is also, in singles and pairs, there's also line number 5, which is all pairs in cracks. And we don't have any jokers, so why not try for something like that?
8 crack. 8 dot. 3 crack.
We don't need to go, I'm not calling the 3 cracks. I have no idea what hand I'm playing.
6 bam. 7 crack. East. 5 crack.
Oh, there's a 5, bummer.
6 bam.
Oh, and the 7s are kind of out. I don't think we're playing an all crack hand.
6 bam.
We could play 1, 3, 3, 5, but I think 1, 5 went out, but we could do that. We could totally switch.
5 bam. 1 dot.
You want to use the most
1 bam.
of your pairs.
7 bam. Call. 9 bam. 9 bam. 2 dot. Call. 9 crack. 4 crack.
You cannot figure out somebody's hand with 1 exposure, so you got to wait for the second exposure to go up.
2 crack. Green.
Oh, there goes a 2 crack.
Call. 6 bam. 9 crack. 4 bam. 7 dot. 8 dot. 3 bam. 4 bam.
We haven't really picked up anything. A 2 bam.
2 bam. 8 dot. 3 bam. South.
We got a lot of wins. Nobody's playing wins tonight.
West.
Oh, a joker. Let's get rid of these upper numbers.
9 crack. 4 dot. 9 dot. 7 bam.
3 bam.
3 bam. 7 crack. 2 crack. Flower.
Oh, we got a 4. Maybe we're playing
8 crack.
line number 3. 2 flowers, 3, 4. Oh, there's the first red.
9 crack. South.
Oh, maybe we could play 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 1, 3, 3, 5. Oh boy, I like all of these. I don't want to, there's lots of them. Let's get rid of the 3 dot.
3 dot. Call. Flower.
Oh jeez.
North.
So can anybody figure out what Annie's playing? 2, 3.
8 bam. Mahjong.
Well, I didn't see that coming. So they only had one exposure up. And so again, the pung kong, 5, 6, 7, 8. Congrats to Kurt. Annie was playing 2, 3, 4. So the 2 flowers, and that's line number 5. 2 flowers, the number Kong of 2s, Kong of 3s, Kong of 4s. Amstead was playing north and south with red and green dragons. So we would never have gotten our red to play line number 3. That's a bummer. Oh well, we're going to move on. What is Shirley saying? Amstead 2023 line number 3. Oh, you were saying earlier, you were trying to guess. Yeah. I know that would have been fun for him because he had the green dragons up. And oh, so you did pick line number 3 also. Good guess. Yeah, and 3, 6, 9. That's the only hands where they have 2 pungs of dragons. Good. Okay, moving on.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. Pair of 4s and a pair of 9s. Now 4 and 9 again are too far apart. You're going to probably have to get rid of one. But based on what we have, we're going to try to hold on to one of them at least with our other tiles. So I was doing a coach and play with someone, and sometimes when we do coach and play, it's always about maybe trying new hands. And one of the new hands we were trying is line number 7 and 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, which is 1 and 9 in the same suit. So here you have 1 and 9, and then in the middle are pairs, and you need 3 pairs. Well, we don't have that, but I'm just mentioning that hand. It's kind of a interesting hand, but we have more odd tiles than even, so maybe we should keep the odd tiles. We can get rid of the north. We can get rid of 1, 4. And again, there's only 2 hands with dragons. One's a matching, which we're not going to use, and the other one's opposite. And we have a mixture of numbers here. I mean, a little more high, but I don't think we're going to use this. Let's get rid of it. We picked up a 6, and a bunch of 3s. Well, now that's interesting because now I'm thinking 3, 6, 9. So let's get rid of this 4 and maybe the 1 and the 5. Now I'm totally switching to 3, 6, 9. Another 3, perfect. Then we had 3 tiles we don't need. Let's continue. And another thing you can do is always resort by suit so that you can see what kind of groupings you have. We never did get another pair, but we're only on our 2nd round now, so let's see what comes in. We are passing 2 of like numbers, but we want to keep everything in our hand. A 7, a 1, and we got another 9. We could play all 9s. I think we're going to keep everything we have because we want to see what additional tiles we get. This is the last right, and on this last right you can have a blind pass, and we're just going to pass 2. So when Kurt puts his 3 down, we're blindly going to take 1 and pass it over. The computer does it for you, so we're going to pass.
Courtesy pass.
We picked up 2 4s, which we're not interested in. I'm going to pass 2 tiles, and yes, Sue, I'm passing like numbers.
So
We got a 7 and a 5, not interested. So in hindsight, it did seem a lot of odd tiles went around, so maybe we could have kept odd tiles, but I liked when those 3s came, and maybe they messed me up a little bit, but you know, I like to play different sections. I'm not like the bots and play consecutive run all the time. I'm sure there's some statistics about that, meaning they're easier to play because you're using the most of your numbers. But we're going to try something different, because if everybody's playing consecutive run, how are we going to win?
5 dot. 6 dot. 5 bam.
Oh, 6 dot went out. That's the first odd. Oh, I like getting jokers. I'm not placing them yet because I'm not really sure what hand I'm playing.
Bam.
I need some more pairs.
North. 5 dot. 5 bam. 4 bam. 6 bam.
Shirley's suggesting 3, 6, 9, line number 5. I know, Shirley, we need a pair of 6s and a pair of 9s, and then I'll feel more comfortable with it. But I have to wait.
West. 4 crack.
The tiles aren't really coming to us. We did get a nice little bit of jokers, though.
9 bam.
See, there's the 9 and the 6 are out. We have to keep track of that.
2 dot. 9 bam.
Another 9. That's 2 9s.
7 crack.
Our hand might be a bust.
3 dot. 5 bam. 4 crack.
Oh, we got a flower.
5 crack. 8 crack.
And Kathleen said these bots are smart, no doubt about it, but they don't play like players I have played with. I agree, Kathleen. You know, when you play with humans, they're quite different. They make different choices. Oh, a white dragon. So the dragon would be with 6, matching 6 dot. If we played line number 6, we don't have. And then the other one would be 3, 6, 9 with dragons, which we don't have. Goodbye, dragon.
So,
We need too many dragons.
2 bam. 1 bam.
Oh, here's our 9. Yay. I think I'm going to play with Shirley suggested line number 5 with 9s. So let's get rid of this 3 dot.
3 dot.
We only have 1 6 bam out, so maybe we can recoup and get the other one.
9 dot.
So 9 dot, we need 4. We have 1, and I think 1 went out. Am I mistaken? Or is I thinking, oh, 9 crack went out. So if I put this here for 9 crack, we can call the next 9 crack. Well, let's call it. Why not? Okay, let's call. I can always switch to 9s. Let's do a Kong.
Call. 3 crack. Call. Joker swap. 1 dot.
Oh, 3 cracks are on the other side.
4 crack. 7 dot. West. Mahjong.
Oh, that's a stinker. So Annie was playing East and West 1, 2, 3. Very nice. That's line number 2. You can play it North and South or East and West, but they always must match. North and South must be together, and East and West. Amstead was playing, oh, everybody's playing Winds and Dragons. North and South with the green and red dragons. And Kurt was playing consecutive run 4, 5, 6, 3 different numbers in 3 different suits consecutive. So not a bad hand. I think Shirley, you made the right decision in saying that 3, 6, 9 hand. A little stressful because 1 6 has gone out, but there was still 2 more. And then we were ready to call for the 9 crack. So not bad. So that's game number 2 and game number 1. We did not win, but we were damn close. So let's start a new game.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. We have a pair of 5s and a pair of 1s, which would be in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So let's keep those numbers. Whoops, not that 9. Back it up. And again, we're passing 2 6s, but it's the best we can do because we do have all odds here. Most likely we're going to play low odds, so eventually we're going to get rid of these 2 9s. Let's see what we get. A 4, a south. And if we play 1 3 3 5, we can't use the green dragon. I'm going to get rid of it. A 6, a 7, and a 6. The 7 we could keep and maybe get rid of this 1. We're going to continue
Second Charles.
a north, a west, and a 6. It's not going too well, kids. We're not picking up anything. Oh, here's a 9. A south, and I'm going to get rid of this 7 now. A 3 crack. Let's sort by suit again. And we have 1, 5, 3 crack. Let's get rid of her. And we can keep 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. Maybe this 9 and this red. Oh no, the red would be perfect if we did these 2 suits. Let's break up the 9s.
Courtesy pass.
I'm going to do 3 tiles. I don't want these 3.
Flower.
And we got a 1. Nothing. Not so good.
South. Flower. Green. 9 bam. South.
We're getting all the wins again.
Crack. North. 4 bam. Call. 2 crack. West.
2 dot. No, thank you.
2 dot. 5 dot. 9 crack.
Not ready to call yet. I know we have the 5s, but I don't know what hand we're playing.
9 bam. Flower. Green. 3 crack. 7 crack. 3 crack. 6 crack. 7 crack.
We can play 1, 3, 5, 5. We probably could have played 5. Oh, we never got any 7s. I was thinking 5, 7, 9, 9.
9 crack. 8 dot. 6 crack. 9 crack.
Hold on to the flower. Let's get rid of this 9.
9 dot. West. Red. 1 crack.
4 we don't need.
4 crack. 8 bam. 8 bam. 7 bam. 4 crack. 7 dot. 2 crack. 9 dot. 8 crack. 9 dot.
Come on.
Crack.
We need some low odds.
7 dot.
Oh, there's the 3 bam. Let's get rid of this 1 crack.
1 crack. 7 crack. 3 crack. So. 2 bam. Call. So.
Oh, there's a 2 bam available.
5 bam.
I don't think we're playing that. I think we're going to play 1, 3, 3, 5, and maybe opposite dragons in the middle if we get some dragons.
East. South. 7 bam. 5 bam.
Another flower. So let's look at the flower hands. Line number 3 would be flower 1, and we need 3 crack, which I think I got rid of. Yeah, all 3 cracks are 4 3 cracks are out, so we're not going to play line number 3. The other flower hand is 2 flowers and all 1 suit. We have mixed suits. And line number 6 is 4 flowers, 1, 3, 5, 5. We could play that. Let's get rid of this 5.
5 bam. 7 dot. 9 bam. West. South. East. 8 bam. 2 dot.
Oh, we got a red. Let's get rid of the flower because I like the 1, 3. So it would be line number 5. We can call for our 3 bams. We can call for our red. Then we need a pair of 3s. Oh no, a pung of 3s, and we have our 5s. That would be a very nice hand to play. let's get rid of our flower.
Flower. 7 dot. 5 crack. North.
So I have my hand set that I'm ready to call for each grouping, and we have our pairs, which is very nice.
West. So. 8 dot. Red.
Let's call for it. And just double check, we need a Kong.
Flower. 1 dot. Joker swap. 8 dot.
So this joker belongs with the 3 dot. Oh no, excuse me. Where does this joker belong? Yeah, with the 3 dot. We need a pung of 3s and a pung of 3s.
So.
We don't need the 1.
1 crack. 5 bam. Flower.
We're looking for 3s.
2 dot. 4 crack. 8 dot. 7 crack.
I have a feeling Annie's got something over here with our 3s.
3 bam.
Oh, perfect. We need a pung.
Mahjong.
Oh, bummer. So Annie needed the 3s also, and because she, was it Annie who threw it? I'm not even sure who threw it. Oh, Kurt threw it. So even though I'm next in line after Kurt and I called for it, Annie gets it because she called for it, and hers is for Mahjong, and Mahjong trumps just a regular exposure. So congratulations to Annie. And we were a little competitive with each other because we both needed 3 bams and 3 dots. So she happened to have all of her tiles except for 1, and she got Mahjong. Very nice. So congratulations to Annie. Amstead was playing consecutive run, line number 6, which is 1 2 1 2. He needed some jokers pretty bad. And Kurt was playing 2 4 6 8, and he was playing 2 4 6 8 line number 2 with 6s, Kongs of 6s instead of Kongs of 2s. Remember, you can change those to any like number, as long as they're even. So 2s and 2s, 4s and 4s, 6s and 6s, or 8s and 8s. So it is our time to end for this evening, and for me it flew by tonight. We had a lovely lesson in creating something from nothing. So if you have nothing, don't stress about it. Use it as a learning process, and work your way through it. Use the 7 steps. Go back and review what I taught this evening. And it was wonderful that you shared some time with me this evening. Look for me next week on Tuesday at 6:30. And if some of you are traveling for the Thanksgiving holiday, I'll miss you, but watch the replay. And happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. But I will be here on Tuesday if you're going to join me. I'm just mentioning if somebody's not. And hopefully all your loved ones are coming home to you, or you're going to visit them, and being thankful for that. If you haven't subscribed, try to subscribe. I'm at 9,500 subscribers. I want to get to 10,000. That would be so exciting. I think you get a little plaque from YouTube. It would be so fun to have you join me. And Deborah says thank you. Shirley said thank you. Sue said love you. Thanks, Sue. Love you too for your support. And Kathleen said, you're always so gracious and such a good sport. Well, it's just a game, Kathleen, and we're having fun and we're learning. So it's fun to play on here with everybody. And I like when you guys chat with me and have discussions. So again, if you have a topic that you want to share with me, please email me either above at mahjongclass@yahoo.com, or to the right, or to that, is that my left? Right, left, please make sure you can email me, and I'd be happy to chat with you if you want to give me a call. And so everyone, have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Get some well-deserved rest from the day is done, right? Isn't it almost? I know it's only 7:30 here in New Jersey, but the day is done for me, and tomorrow's a new day, and we can get some new Mahjong games in and hopefully get some more jokers, and most of all, to win, right? But again, always thank yourself for getting close to a hand. This was a beautiful hand. We were quite close. It came together. And have a wonderful night. Bye, everyone.